He has been taught the mystic arts of war.
Sai!
He has mastered 1,000 years of secrets. He has learned the way of the ninja. Now, a soldier on a suicide mission. They have been sent to paradise.
Excuse me, ma'am. Wow.
To defeat a conspiracy that threatens the entire world.
Who set me up?
I said who? The lion!
Who's the lion?
He's a millionaire. He made his money on drugs. He's doing research.
The super ninja. The ultimate fighting machine.
Like a predatory tiger, you will feel no pain.
Miracles.
And know no emotion but hate.
It's ninja against ninja.
Tommy, the tower!
Together, they must destroy the most powerful criminal empire the world has ever known. He must defeat the most lethal assassin alive. And they must not fail. Michael Dudikoff returns as the American Ninja with Steve James in American Ninja 2, The Confrontation.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode, 5 of the awesome, spectacular, fantastic,
It's actually
amazing.
6.
Episode 6,
Is it?
even better. I felt like it was 5. I feel like this is number 5. You sure?
Well, this is the 5th new one. I mean, it's 6 if we count the one from 3 years ago with Puppet Master.
So it's 6.
That's what
Or
I
5.
said.
No, it's 5. I'm right. Who knows? You're already ruining it. You're already ruining it, Steve. This is Stevecast. I am Matt. Joining me tonight is the creator of the Stevecast, Mr. Steve.
Hello, hello.
And over there in San Francisco is our treat, Rachel.
That's me. I'm the treat/laugh track for this show.
So tonight, once again, we are going to be sort of watching a movie 10 minutes at a time, stopping, and then commenting on what we've seen in the class.
That's not sort of what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing.
That is exactly what we're doing.
Literally what we're doing.
I am glad that you guys are here to correct me on my grammar. So thank you for that. It makes me feel great inside. Tonight, I have some scotch again. Lagavulin is what I'm drinking. Steve, I assume you're drinking like Kool-Aid or something?
Exactly. It's actually like the Kool-Aid little bottle that you just spray into water and then shake it up. I'm exactly drinking Kool-Aid.
Okay, cool. And Rachel, you had some sort of mixed drink there. What are you doing?
Well, I'm actually double fisting. I've got a coffee in one hand.
That sounded really bad. I mean, like, no,
Normally
guys.
people have to pay
Now
us.
that is the San Francisco treat. Right?
No, guys, I'm not drinking. I'm actually double fisting right now. What? What?
Off to a good start, guys.
So I have coffee in one hand, and I have Buffalo Trace bourbon on the rocks in the other. And when I said I was mixing a drink, it was because I didn't want to admit that I was having trouble getting ice out of the ice tray, but I'm admitting it anyway.
Well, we're very open and open about and honest here on the Stevecast, so
Right.
I'm glad you were willing to share that.
Well, I mean, after my double fisting confession, what's a little ice problem, right?
Yeah, you're going to need some ice after the double fisting. So, this is, it was still my turn to select the movie this evening because what was the last movie I picked?
I don't
It's something
know.
like Ape Rape? Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have this rule where the person with the power that we've discussed before, they keep picking a movie until they pick something that we don't like. And last time, Matt subjected us to Invisible Ape Rape, and somehow we let him go on to have the pick in this episode.
Yeah, that was the weird thing about it because it was like, whoa, this is awkward. And then by the end of it, everyone's like, yeah, Matt gets to keep picking. So this week I decided I wasn't even going to go horror. I was going to do something sort of outside the box here, sort of getting back to our Berserker, because I wouldn't call that a horror film, right?
No.
That was more like a fantasy adventure. This time I went something a little cooler. Like, let me ask you guys before I reveal the title of what we're watching tonight. Now, I do have a backup. Now, there is a slight chance that one or both of you may have seen this movie before, but it might have been when you were so young that you don't really remember it, so it's still okay to watch. But I do have a backup in case one of you just throw it at me like, Matt, I mean, I have the Blu-ray of this sitting here, and I watched it yesterday. But I want to just sort of get some general ideas from you guys. Steve, I'm going to give you a hint. It's something awesome from the 80s. What topic do you think it could possibly be?
Awesome from the 80s, and it's not horror.
Yeah. I mean, everything was awesome in the 80s.
I mean, you're not narrowing it down much.
Okay.
The 80s was the most
Is it
amazing
awesome or is
ever.
it radical?
I would say... radical. It's totally radical. I mean, I'm sure that, Steve, you and I were probably one of these for Halloween at some point in the 80s.
Ooh.
I know I was.
Ooh.
Ninja Turtle? What?
Close. Very close. I'm going to ask Rachel, though. Rachel, what do you think I could have picked as an 80s theme here?
I mean, I was going to go for something like a punk rocker, but now that you say turtles... Now I feel, are you a Garbage Pail Kid?
No, hell no. I am offended you would even think I would subject you guys to the Garbage Pail Kids movie. Like, I almost want to just drop off the call right now and let you guys pick something. How dare you? Oh no, my Netflix has playback timed out. Hold on, let me bring it back up. See, now I gotta refresh this here. I've had it on pause so long that the awesomeness was just like broken. Oh fuck. Okay, got it. All right, guys, are you ready?
That was dramatic.
Oh, I just lost it. What the hell just happened? Fucking Netflix. Hold on. All right, let me type it in here. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I see that face. Okay, guys, you need to type into the Netflix search bar American Ninja 2, The Confrontation. The tagline is Missing Marines, a vicious drug lord, genetically engineered ninja assassins, not the Caribbean getaway he wanted. That's what we're watching.
2, The Confrontation. I feel like I've seen bits of this, but not all of it.
Well, I do have a backup if you don't want to watch
this is fine. My favorite ninja story ever was Halloween when I was like 10 and my little brother was 8. He wanted to go as a ninja. He had like a white ninja costume, but it was really cold out, and my dad wouldn't let him just wear this paper thin white ninja costume. So he made him put on this like bright blue Mickey Mouse sweater under it, and you can totally see Mickey Mouse through the ninja outfit. And I think I was Frankenstein's monster for some reason.
Oh, that's a good choice, though, Steve. What do you mean for some reason? Frankenstein's monster is awesome.
Because
the reason.
I don't remember ever like choosing to be Frankenstein. I feel like that's just not like, here, Steve, I found this for $5 at Kmart. We're paying face green.
Yeah, my family was poor. I do know that I did go as a ninja one year. I was a ninja for Halloween. I was Freddy Krueger one year. I still have that plastic Freddy glove from the 80s that you could buy at like the Walgreens. You go in the wall. I still have that. I was a Grim Reaper one year. I have this sort of thing where it's like I got to a certain point when my mother stopped saying, "Oh yeah, you should be this," where I'm like, if it's Halloween, you have to be something horror related. Now it drives me nuts when people are like, "Oh, I'm going to be a tomato," or something stupid. It's like, really? I mean, it's Halloween. You're supposed to be horror. I mean, unless it's Killer Tomato. Rachel, what did you dress up for as Halloween?
I remember being Madonna a lot.
Madonna? Double fisting Madonna?
Yes. I remember being Madonna like multiple years.
Like trashy Madonna?
Like Material Girl Madonna. I don't know if that's trashy.
That's trashy Madonna.
Okay, well, I mean, that could also, it's like pre-cone boob. Like, is that cone boob not qualify as trashy?
No, that's classy trashy.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's like Vogue.
Ambition.
That's like high society fashion trash.
Yeah, I was like very obsessed with Madonna as a child. Like I taped like on an actual cassette tape Who's That Girl and would like listen to it at night when I'd go to bed. So I did a lot of Madonna.
I'm gonna admit something here that I should not admit on live thing. Okay, you know what my favorite Madonna song is? I don't even know the name of it. It's the one where she's talking about Pink Elephants and Lemonade? Crickets. Nobody knows this song. This song exists.
Maybe you're messing up a lyric and it's going to be something that's sort of similar to Pink Elephant.
No, I swear to God. Hold on.
What is that again? Pink Lemonade and what?
No, not Pink Lemonade. Pink Elephants.
Pink Elephants.
And Lemonade.
And
Madonna. I swear to God, it's a thing. It is a thing.
Like a prayer?
No, it's not like a prayer. Dear Jesse.
Dear Jesse.
Oh.
It's from that album.
Okay.
So that must be what? Dear Jesse. That sounds like a strange title for Okay, but yeah, that's my favorite Madonna song. I admit it. So there you go.
What's your favorite Madonna song, Steve?
Yeah,
I
Steve.
don't have a favorite Madonna song.
Don't be that guy, Steve.
I'm being that guy.
Steve's is like a virgin. He just doesn't want to say it. Like a virgin. Ooh. So quiet, Steve. You're so quiet. Okay.
I was hoping you were going to sing the full song.
Well, I mean, I could do that. That'll be like a bonus outtake at the very end or something,
God.
you know.
Please, let me have that.
Okay, so
It's gonna be
tonight,
my
guys,
tone.
American Ninja 2, the Confrontation. Now, I know nothing about the first American Ninja. I know it's a thing that exists somewhere in the
I
world.
hope that we don't need to know the continuity for this.
That's true. I mean, I don't know.
All right.
The other one I was going to pick was Ninja 2, like Trail of the Tear or something like that. That's what I
I'm
was
a
going
little
to pick.
That
concerned
sounds
because
like double appropriation.
Yeah.
we've had bad luck with ninja movies before.
What was the last one we watched?
Ninja Apocalypse.
Oh, I completely forgot about that movie. Now I feel terrible about
It's
what
fine.
I'm doing here.
All right,
So
so here
maybe
we
it
go.
was 6 episodes.
Jeez. All
It was
right.
6. Army Ranger Joe Armstrong and his sidekick Curtis Jackson are dispatched to a Caribbean island to search for a group of missing Marines. This sounds very not ninja-y.
Curtis Jackson sounds like a Mortal Kombat character. Like I want to play as Curtis Jackson.
Curtis Stryker, his first name's Curtis. That's the best Mortal Kombat character.
Okay. Well, let's get this going.
Army Ranger Joe Armstrong.
Do we want to come up with a drinking game? Last time we had one.
Oh, yeah, a ninja drinking game.
Maybe something Caribbean. Like every time someone says like "mon," we drink.
I think it's got to be something like
Every time this guy sucks as a ninja, take a shot.
like every time you see a ninja just jump into frame from somewhere, like a ninja, he just appears, he jumps out of frame. We'll take a drink.
He
Oh my God.
Batmans into the
So drunk, Matt.
Yeah. All right. We're going to go ahead and start this. If you're listening along for first thing, I apologize. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this started.
I'm already apologizing.
I'm apologizing. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get this started. We're going to watch the first 10 minutes of American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, and we will be right back. 5, 4, 3, 2, play.
Like, okay, new drinking game. Every time they're obviously in San Diego, drink.
You would never put the bottle down.
That's great. This is great. Steve, I'll let you do the recaps here.
Okay.
What's happened so far? The first 10 minutes of American Ninja 2, The Confrontation.
The first 10 minutes start with an exciting motorcycle ride down a highway that's
With a
totally not in California.
A kick-ass 80s, like, new wave rock tune.
The music is pretty badass, but these motorcycle guys, they go into the bar, or into a bar. I don't know what the bar is. What's the name? Beggars?
The Blind Beggars Bar.
Blind Beggars Bar. So they go into Blind Beggars Bar, and they're immediately, I don't know, eyed up by the angry, dirty vest gang, who tells them to
These
give
guys,
me $1.
these guys have like mud smeared on their face. They're like they got dirt on their ass. I mean, their vests are dirty.
They all wear vests. One guy's wearing like a jumpsuit that like a garbage man would wear with a vest on top of it.
It's just a gang of angry, disgruntled garbage men. That's what it is.
It is. So the Angry Vest game, they tell the guy to give him $1. The three motorcycle guys don't want to give him $1. They just want to leave. They want to get out of there. But the Vest gang starts a bar fight, beats the three of them up, and then the main Angry Vest guy goes and opens a back door to this bar, and there's just ninjas hanging out back there.
They're hiding in like the back of the bar. They don't come out to fight. No. They let the angry trash bag man gang, like, beat up all, and that's the thing, because when these guys walk up to him, and they're like, give me the money, whatever, and the guy's like, we're Marines, not tourists. Now bug off. Exactly what a Marine would actually say.
Exactly.
And yeah, like, so they have this great fight. I noticed there was one
Great
punch.
fight?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's great for 80s cheese. There's this one sequence when one of the angry vest guys actually swings, and it's clear from the angle of the camera that he misses the guy by a good foot, because the angle was just off on the camera.
Are you calling the editing and shot selection of American Ninja 2: The Confrontation poor? Is that what you're doing, Matt?
I'm leaving it open for now. I'm saying it didn't start off on a good way, but I mean, it might come together towards the end. I got to hold off on my judgment on it. I don't want to pass judgment too early.
Steve. I mean, if we're not going to keep up the standards, who will, right?
Right. So this guy like swings, and it clearly misses because they put the camera at the wrong angle, so it doesn't give you that perspective shot. But they left the sound effect in, and they had the guy who actually got hit like fly over the bar. And that was bad ass. So
maybe we're just to assume that the force of his punch was so strong that
he could secretly be
sure you can.
That could have been some secret ninja wind technique. But anyways, after this bar fight, the secret bar ninjas pick up the Marines and carry them away. Then we cut to a plane landing, and out comes Joe Armstrong and Curtis Jackson, and they had this great scene. They're being like followed with binoculars by, I don't know, like Colonel Singh or something, and then it goes a close up, and Armstrong says, "What do you think?" And Jackson says, "I don't know." That's it.
And of course, like everybody that they're there, I guess this is supposed to be the Caribbean in the 80s, so everybody's wearing like awful like day glow 80s bikinis and swimsuits and just bright pink clothing and whatnot, and these guys are in there. Well, we find out they're actually Army. They're not Marines. These are, Stretch Armstrong and Curtis Stryker, whoever we're following here.
Shaming too. Like there's a disappointment over them being in the Army.
That scene went really long, I thought. It's like, no, you guys are going to sit there and listen to us bitch about the Army for at least another 3 minutes before we let you in the car.
The movie has an agenda, I think. That's what I get right off the bat. There's a hidden agenda here. Well, it's not even hidden. It's right out in the open. Army sucks. And these guys, we come to find out when they show up at this little resort. We don't know what they're there for quite yet, right? They just sort of show up here, and he tells the guy, like,
mentioned an embassy, so that's all I got.
Okay, I didn't hear the embassy comment, so that's why I go to you, Steve, for the critical information to give me the feedback I need to be able to process American Ninja 2: The Confrontation correctly. Yes. And we were introduced to another character, Rachel, who's the young fellow with the dirty face and
is it Toto?
Toto, this
with
little
the
kid,
mysterious accent of maybe Middle Eastern origin.
Yes, and he's sort of like Red from Shawshank. He knows how to get things and get them anything for a price.
Short Round meets Red, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Short Round meets like Red Round. Red Round. We probably shouldn't say that though, because it might come off as like a
derogatory term.
Red Round. And so that's sort of where we're at right now. They've just entered. I guess going to talk to somebody. I see some trophies on a desk, which
Curtis Jackson is really excited about the ladies on the beach. There are two drivers that are taking them to the embassy. They make a point to mention that once the ladies get on the beach, everything comes off. Top's gone, bottom's gone. We don't see anything, which brings us to our normal bet that we have every episode now. Are there going to be boobs in this movie?
Yes. I feel like there's not going to be, since they had that perfect opportunity to show boobs, and they failed to do it. Yeah, they failed to go all the way. I don't know if American Ninja 2, this might be wholesome American family entertainment. I don't know if they'd go full boobs.
Well, I've got it paused right now. Netflix says this is rated R, but this is like PG level so far.
Well, we're only 10 minutes in.
It's for intense ninja violence.
We haven't gotten to the ninjas yet. The ninjas haven't done anything yet.
The secret bar ninjas carried those guys away.
That's true. They did do something. they watched the other guys beat them up and then did manual labor in carrying the heavy guys away. Okay, well, that's the first 10 minutes. Just initial thoughts. Rachel, what do you think so far? Are you looking forward to the rest of the film here? Or are you a little apprehensive? What are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm totally in. This is good stuff. I'm also sort of keeping my own personal count of, like, the awesome mullets and, or as Steve would describe, pedo mustaches. And,
yeah, there's a guy with an army crew cut and, like, this awful, like, mustache that a guy who sells candy out of a windowless van would have.
Yes, God bless the 80s.
Yeah, and I feel like it's really, for all the listeners out there who are not actually going to watch this movie along with us here. Yeah, I mean, right now, it seems like most of these we watch, we end up kind of liking. Pretty much, most of them. But I can't sort of stress enough how sort of like 80s this looks. The hairstyles, the clothing. This is total 80s. Like, I'm looking at the, I guess we're in some sort of, maybe an embassy of some sort. The stuff on the walls of the embassy. And it's just pictures of, like, sailing. Like shit, like windsurfing and sailing ships and stuff like that. I'm like,
this is the kind of thing where if 200 years from now, someone uncovers a time capsule from the 80s, no matter what was put in there originally, it all will have melted and formed into a VHS cassette of this film.
I feel like that's all people would need to see to be like, this was the 80s. Just watch American Ninja 2, The Confrontation. You'll get everything you need. So let's go ahead. I'm very excited about the next 10 minutes. I want to see some ninja action. I'm hoping we get some ninja action, not some ninja carrying action.
It's already better than Ninja Apocalypse.
We'll see. That's a win. And I feel like now, obviously, I'm going to have to pick another movie. That's the thing, guys.
The night's young, Matt.
I know. It's like early days. This may be a little hubrisy.
It's young. It's young. But I will say that if this turns out good at the end, I'm going to propose a new rule that says that each person gets a maximum amount. Like, we can't just have one person in perpetuity just picking movies, because I feel like I could pick nothing but awesome movies, and you guys will never.
We'll
get
cap
a
it
chance
at
ever
3.
again.
So if this is good, you get one more.
Okay,
and then it has
good.
to go.
I second that motion, Rachel. So are you good with that?
Yeah. The movement is unanimous.
Wouldn't have even mattered if you said no, because I already seconded the motion.
America!
So with that, let's watch minutes 10 to 20 of American Ninja 2, The Confrontation.
Dun, dun, dun. Ninja.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Go to it, Steve.
All right, minutes 10 through 20, plus a few bonus minutes because Matt just couldn't get enough of these ninjas.
Well, I didn't want to pause it in the middle of the fight. I wanted to see how it ended.
I hope you were impressed.
I was.
So for those of you following along, like, we paused when we got the ninja reveal.
Yep.
We did.
Yep.
I'm at 22 minutes and 14 seconds right now.
He's vaguely Asian. I think we used that on a previous. I think we used that on a previous Stevecast. Yeah, it's like vaguely Asian. I think that was Rachel's term. Vaguely Asian, because I can't really tell. Is he Asian? Is he part Asian? I don't know.
I couldn't tell. We'll blame that on Rachel.
Is he Asian adjacent? I don't know.
Asian.
All I know
adjacent.
is that this has got to be like the JV wing of the ninja, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
So minutes 10 through 22, we get a little bit of plot. Someone reported the Marines from the bar missing, and so the CO, who again crew cut and pedo stash,
and a dope matching vest and short tropical but
and cowboy boots.
It's a goddamn mystery.
he contacted America to get some help, and so America's like, oh shit, we got to send some American ninjas to investigate where the Marines are going.
Because that's the thing. Like, he says that the Army does not guard embassies; it's Marines that guard embassies. However, America sent him 2 badass Army Rangers,
Army Ranger ninjas.
So I feel like maybe the movie, like the filmmakers, like, okay, bashing on the Army. However, it's clear that the 2 Army Rangers are superior to any of the Marines on this island. So I think this movie's actually pro-Army.
Yeah, I think it's actually anti-Marine because those Marines went out like chumps.
The Marines got beat up by garbage men in dirty vests.
Yeah, the dirty vest crew, they got them. So, and then they had to bring in the Army Rangers to clean up after the Marines. So I think this is actually, I think you're right.
Yeah, it's very pro-Army.
So the Marines
and very pro-women.
yeah, definitely pro-women. The Marine CO tells them, go and investigate where the Marines are going.
They're supposed to be clerks, right? They're undercover as clerks at this embassy.
Yeah. We forgot to talk about that part. The first thing they talk about is we don't dress like we're Marines because of all the crazy lefties that are on that's stirring up trouble.
The Rachel gang, causing problems.
You know what? Me and my ninja crew.
I want to point out that I don't care what I have to do. I want to get a job at that embassy. So, I mean, they have, the guy actually has trophies of volleyball. He's volleyball trophies on his desk, which is amazing. The guy's he's taking him out of the office. And the guy's like, hey, we're going to go water skiing later. And the guy's like, water skiing? I want to go to this embassy.
Watch out for the crazy lefties, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with the crazy lefties, honestly.
Kind of one of us.
No dress code. I mean, it's great. That's the kind of government job I want.
Everyone in this movie, except for Joe Armstrong and Curtis Jackson, are extras that got kicked off the Top Gun set.
Yeah, I was thinking Top Gun as well. I'm like, when is Iceman going to show up? Val Kilmer just pops in or something.
This guy kind of looks like Val Kilmer.
Yeah, I think Vito Stash is like Clearance Rack Iceman.
Clearance Rack Iceman. That's like a perfect band name. What's your band name? Clearance Rack Iceman.
So Clearance Rack Iceman tells him to watch out for Taylor, who we believe, we're not sure, but we think he was the one Marine at the bar that was kind of in on it with the Dirty Vest gang.
Who I think looks like Miguel Ferrer. If any of you guys know who Miguel Ferrer is. Okay,
because I Googled it.
Okay, does he kind of vaguely look like Miguel Ferrer a little bit?
Is he vaguely
he's like the disappointing nephew of Miguel Ferrer.
You are the best, Rachel. You are the best. I'm just going to keep throwing you these softballs. Just hammer them out of the park. This is great. The disappointing nephew.
Disappointing nephew. And Red Round.
Red Round.
At last.
Red Round. Say that 7 times fast. Red Round. I can't do it.
So, immediately after being told, watch out for Taylor and go find where these Marines are, our two heroes decide it's time to go on a boat ride. They're going to go water skiing.
Of course. That's what you do at embassies.
And so they go out on this boat with 2 or 3 other guys who are clearly bad guys because this is the 80s.
But wait. The dialogue that they say before they leave is fantastic. I think it's Taylor, and when one of our Army Rangers guys mentioned something, and Taylor's like, "Man, we're going where it's wall to wall babes. They're all dying for it." And it's
very pro woman.
Very pro-woman, yes. Very feminist film we're talking about here. Yes.
I'm gonna write on this.
Our two heroes fall asleep on the boat because, it's not like they're worried about being kidnapped or anything. And so the main bad, I don't know if this is Taylor or not, but he's clearly a bad guy. He unplugs a battery cable under the boat steering wheel.
The dumbest way to hide the fact that the boat broke down mysteriously. Joe literally walks over and sees the two things. He's like, and plugs them back in. It's like, wow, dude, really? Really?
But prior to that, when the boat is broken down, one of them says, let's just, get over by this island. Little did they know, this was Ninja Island. So Curtis and the other 3 Marines, they go and play in the water, and Curtis is keeping an eye on them. Joe decides to go explore the island, and he takes 4 steps away from the boat, and from behind this big rock, 4 or 5 ninjas run out, and they're running out with their arms spread wide like they're pretending to be airplanes.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, why are their arms outstretched? Help me! I'm a poor ninja. Now, we should point out here that historically ninjas wore black. and fought at night to hide in the shadows and whatnot. We have like a Jack Frost 2 situation going on here, where we had, if you've ever seen Jack Frost, a horror film about the killer snowman, in part 2, he's actually on a Caribbean island. Makes no goddamn sense whatsoever. But here we have
universe.
We have an entire of ninja people who are all wearing black in broad daylight on a Caribbean island.
To blend in with the yellow sand.
Yeah, they're not wearing sand or rock-colored clothing. No, black in a Caribbean island beach setting. Pretty aggressive.
That's some amateur ninja moves right there.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe these are just the training ninjas, Rachel. These are the training ones.
It's the JV squad. They didn't realize that they were Army Rangers they were up against, so they sent in the second string. But the King of the Ninja saw, and I think round 2.
King of the Ninjas is wearing the exact same thing as the JV squad, so I can't differentiate the King from the JV, other than the fact that the King is standing on a rock like Mufasa.
And pointing.
And pointing.
And then he smashes his fist in his palm.
Ninjas never go over there. That's where Joe and Curtis reside.
Yeah, so Joe has a slow motion fight with ninjas. But it's not really slow motion. They just didn't put any sort of effort into any of their punches or kicks or anything.
Looked like they were trying real hard not to hurt anybody.
Guys, we don't have insurance for American Ninja 2. Go way easy on it during these fight scenes.
And we're going to mock this fight scene. I loved this fight scene. This was so 80s cheese. My favorite part was the ninja wall crawl piggyback sequence.
Yes.
Where
form of ninja ladder.
Yeah. They form a ninja ladder on this huge rock, and they just run up, and each one gets on top of each other, and then, the one at the top, grabs the other one, and then they just piggyback themselves all the way up the wall. And it's fantastic.
The barrel of monkeys, and their arms are intertwined, and you have to lift them up by one. That's what these ninjas did to get everyone on top of the rock.
Yeah, it's slow, real motion.
Joe could have just ran off the other side of the rock while the ninjas were climbing up, but no, he hung out because he really wanted to beat up ninjas in slow motion.
Yeah.
If you see a ninja forming a ladder, you hang around, right?
I would.
I want to see how this turns out.
That's the most impressive act of any ninja thing that they've done. If I'm kicking a bunch of ninja ass, I'm going to go ahead and stop and watch the ninja ladder. Of course I'm going to do that.
Are the
Especially
ninjas
if
the
all you have to
crazy
do is throw water in
lefties?
their face and they fall. So.
Oh, yeah, you saw that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, yeah, that's great. I wanted to bring that up. There's a sequence when Joe, our badass Army Ranger, is fighting. He's surrounded by deadly ninja. Now, that's the other thing I was going to ask. Is it ninja or ninjas? What's the plural of a ninja?
I think it's ninja, but ninjas is more fun. It's
ninjas.
Deer and deers, I don't know.
Well, deers isn't more fun than deer. Deers? You think deers is more fun than deer?
Oh, yeah.
You guys think too deep for me right now.
Yeah.
I can't handle this.
Double-fisted. Yeah, so there's a sequence when Joe is surrounded by these ninjas, and there's one where I think he's throwing a net or something like that.
These two ninjas are on top of a rock, and they're stretching out this net, and Joe just looks up, and the ninjas aren't even trying to hide the net. So Joe jumps up, grabs the net, and just yanks it down, and these two ninjas do flying cartwheels off of the rock.
It's so great. And then so these other ninjas surround Joe, and Joe literally, I swear to God, he just leans down into the water of the ocean and goes whoosh, and splashes it in one ninja's face, and the ninja falls back like he's just been shot by a .50 caliber bullet projectile, and it was
maybe
awesome.
We're gonna find out when they pull their masks off, they're all the aliens from Signs, and that's the problem.
Curtis is a much better fighter than Joe.
Yes, I feel like Curtis would win that fight. If him and Joe had some sort of they had a few drinks and they got a little bro fight, I feel like Curtis would definitely get the upper hand.
Curtis is a badass.
Which to me just shows you how racist the 80s were, because the American Ninja was totally Curtis.
Yeah, Curtis. Now, I will point out that I don't know if you guys caught this line of dialogue, but early on, when I guess Clearance Rack Iceman is talking about what's going on, as they walk out, I think it's Curtis says, "Men in black suits sounds familiar, doesn't it?" So it leads me to believe that Curtis was also part of American Ninja 1.
Continuity, man.
That's sort
I
of
feel like I'm not
yeah.
going to get everything I need out of this movie without watching American Ninja 1.
I feel like I'm going to have to watch it again after I've seen American Ninja. In fact, I want to know how many American Ninja movies there are. Like, that's something I'm going to research. I'm going to do that right now.
Favorite part of that fight scene was...
oh my god, there's like 5.
Joe has
this could be
wooden
a fun thing you've been
Are
waiting
you kidding
for.
me? There's 5 American Ninja movies?
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit, I have to get these. They got to be available on Blu-ray.
There's even an Irish American.
The Blu-ray of the American Ninja
Holy
box
fuck,
set.
guys! American Ninja 5 stars Pat Morita.
What?
Yes!
Oh my god.
Mr. Miyagi is in American Ninja
Why
5.
not
Oh
watch
my god.
that?
I didn't know it existed until this minute. That's why, Steve. Mr. Miyagi. Oh god, I hope it's like a Karate Kid, like American Ninja, like crossover thing.
I hope someone says sweep the leg. Someone has to say sweep the leg.
Oh, jeez. I see now. Oh man, God, my mind's been blown.
What have we done?
I don't even know where to go from here. I will point out, the only other thing I'll point out is that Taylor wearing super, super short shorts, and it looks like he has a slice of pizza on his crotch. That might be an 80s thing, but I noticed it, and it's not like I just...
Double-fisted pizza crotch.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I'm interested in his crotch, it's that I'm interested in pizza, and my eyes just sort of went there.
He's wearing this bright, like, powder blue T-shirt and then bright red booty shorts. And he's out on this speedboat with these other dudes.
Now, Steve, if we were to ever make another movie, and I was like, Steve, I have a ninja movie, but we're going to do it 80s style, and you got to be in short shorts, like shirtless, fighting ninjas on an island, would you do it?
Come on, Steve.
Of course.
Then I'm writing the
that's
script.
The only answer.
The script is being written right now.
Can there be a scene where I've got a wooden staff and it gets cut in half and I throw half of it and hit a ninja in the nuts like you saw? Because that was fantastic.
I think we should do a shot-for-shot remake of this movie, honestly. That's where I'm thinking. But call it American Ninja 6, because I want to keep the franchise going.
You got to be able to buy the... When was an American Ninja 5 made? I feel like the rights to this series would be fairly cheap.
1993.
Wow.
5?
Is that old? American Ninja 5 in 1993?
Oh, yeah. This has got to be like $10 for us to buy the naming rights to this series.
Wow. Yeah. It's called, the American Ninja 5, also known as The Final Battle.
Ooh.
So, it looks like, if you guys seen is that Toto? Tell me this is Toto. I'm linking this in here. Where's the chat?
Red Round?
Red Round. Yeah, Red Round. I think Red Round is on the cover of American Ninja 5 on the left. I could be mistaken, but he looks dirty and he's wearing a backwards hat.
Oh,
so much.
And it looks like they're fighting Dracula, does it not?
That looks like Ninja Dracula.
It looks like Ninja Dracula. Starring Mr. Miyagi. Oh, God, I have to see this. I'm so
The
excited.
magic power of the ninja is about to reveal itself, says the tagline.
It only took 5 movies. Okay, guys, I am all in right now on this movie. So I want to watch minutes 20 whatever through whatever.
30.
30, yeah. So let's go ahead and get this going.
Let's do it.
Hi-ya! It doesn't stop getting good, guys. It's just getting better.
Blackbeard Island, yo.
Yes. He owns Blackbeard Island.
Is that where he's like secretly doing like some sort of science and turning people into ninja?
Maybe.
That's why they snatched up the Marines, because they're like,
oh, maybe all the ninjas are Marines.
I think they might be
brainwashed.
Oh, God, you just fucking spoiled it, Rachel. God damn it.
I mean, you never know. The writing in this is really good and really twisty and turny. I don't think that I can figure out the end this soon.
Okay. There's gonna be some like True Detective level shit going on here. I know it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Rachel, let's have you sort of recap this, because now explain what happened to you. Like every time I talk to you, there's always some horrible thing that happens with these horrible felines that you keep. Like you have 100 of them. You're like the San Francisco cat lady. We all get it. At this point, you should just realize that the things are bad news and that you shouldn't have them around. Yet you continue. Now, what did it do? Like, what's the new bad thing that your cat did?
Okay, so I have this cat, and she likes to sleep on my PS4, and because she wants to avoid my other cat who's kind of an asshole. And sometimes she turns she slides down and turns the PS4 off. And this is the second time during the Stevecast that this has actually occurred. It's literally the only 2 times it's ever happened. And it's all times during Ninja movies.
Show.
Maybe the cat's trying to say something. Yeah.
I think she's worried. I think maybe she is a ninja, and she gets worried when I watch a ninja movie because I might learn too much.
Oh, God help me if there are ninja cats running around. Jesus. Okay, so Rachel, what happened in this next 10 minutes of the film?
Okay, well, our American ninja went back to the embassy and let them know that there were ninja on the premises, and
Clearance Rack Iceman, what?
Right,
Ninjas?
Clearance Rack Iceman got a lesson in ancient Japanese art of war, I guess, because he had never heard of the elusive ninja. And so now they're on the case. They have a lead, which leads our... I don't know, not Curtis. What's the other guy's name?
Joe.
Strong.
Joe.
They have a week to solve the mystery of
Just call him Stretch. It'll be easy to remember Stretch Armstrong. Stretch.
Okay, got it. Well, he dons his head-to-toe denim apparel.
Pops collar.
Right, pops that collar so you know he means business, and he heads over to the local watering hole, the blind beggars.
The blind beggars.
I like it when he pulls up on his motorcycle, in the lane next to him, there's 2 guys carrying a TV. Did they just film around the looting going on?
Yeah, because that's a weird thing. If you're the director's okay, guys, we have to have 2 people carrying a TV in the background. It has to happen. I need it for my movie.
It's going to feel Caribbean. Nothing says Caribbean like 2 white dudes.
Looting? Looting? I love the clothing, by the way, of everybody in this. Even that girl that walked by in that purple.
You mean the sassy hookers?
Yeah, that bright purple dress thing. Oh, that was hot.
There's not a single woman I would call hot in this movie so far.
The bartender. Hello. That hair, Steve. Whoa.
A lot of work went into creating that coif, so show some fucking respect.
Yeah, right.
So he heads over there and has his first run-in with the Dirty Vest Gang, the DVGs, and
Taylor lured him to this bar.
Oh, right. There was some shenanigans on the phone where they had called him and got him to send him. That's right.
The most awesome phone.
The details.
Yeah, the most awesome public phone I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
It's awesome. It's colorful. It's giant. It's great. Love it. I want that. In my room.
So this took place in the 80s.
It's corded. Yeah, guys. Remember corded public phones?
So he has his first run-in with them. He beats them up. He heads in. He meets the Leatherface, fancy hair bartender. He heads into the
weathered. She's so weathered.
Yes, it's that Caribbean breeze, man. It'll do it to you.
It's the sun, man. It's the
also
sun.
methamphetamines. So
whoa! You didn't need to go there. Shit.
So he heads back to, I guess, the back room, which we discover is some weird halfway house. There seem to be some bunks in there, and has his second run-in with the DVGs, and kicks a bunch of ass again. He breaks all their arms, and then he breaks all their arms again.
Yeah,
we get a flying kick.
There's this one vest guy who's wearing army fatigue pants and this tan-colored thermal underwear top, and they're fighting in the alley before he gets in the bar, and he clearly just snaps this guy's elbow in half, and then that same guy shows up in the room later, totally fine. They couldn't find another random extra to be in this fight scene.
It's that ape drape, dude. They wanted him in there for the hair alone, because every time he gets thrown around, he gets such a good flick of the mullet look that I think they appreciate.
Yeah, and I don't know what I need to do to convince Bethesda that I want the DVGs in Fallout 4 somehow.
Oh yeah,
that would be amazing.
Okay, someone out there that knows how to do computers or what is it where they
mods.
Yes, mod.
We need a DVG mod for Fallout 4. Yeah.
Yes, I want a DVG mod. Exactly.
Great idea. That's the best idea you've ever had, Rachel. Ever.
All right, so we left off, and like I said, they have faced off again, and the one thing we learned though was that Pizza Crotch was only going along with it because
Pizza Crotch, also known as Taylor, for those of you keeping score.
Pizza Crotch Taylor was only going along with the DVGs because they have his wife. We also learned that there is the king of the ninjas. I assume it's a man called the Lion, and he is
Blackbeard Island.
Yes, King of Blackbeard Island, the Lion.
God,
he is some sort of science, which I alluded to earlier in the last section.
This movie is
fellas,
so great. I like the one thing I am really enjoying so far, other than this delicious scotch, is the fact that there's like a ninja fight scene like every 10 minutes at least.
They know what we want.
Yeah, and I think that's really cool that they sort of like, okay, we want some really bad 80s ninja fighting. It's got to happen. That's what, in 30 years when some kids are listening on some thing called a podcast, they're going to want to know, how much ninja action is going on. And it's at least one scene every 10 minutes.
I demand that all my ninjas from now on run with their arms out like they're playing airplane. So I'm looking at...
It's almost like Andy Dufresne, like hitting the beach instead of getting out of Shawshank, but just running on the beach, like arms outspread.
Yeah.
Playing airplane.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the IMDb page for Michael Dudikoff, who plays our hero, Joe Armstrong here. According to IMDb, his claim to fame is American Ninja and American Ninja 2, The Confrontation. So his career really went far. But I'm looking at here, and he's still working now.
Wow!
He made a movie, or he's currently filming Navy SEALs versus Zombies.
What?
Oh, no.
Wait a minute, he's an Army Ranger. He can't be a Navy SEAL.
He is in this.
Oh, I call shenanigans, Michael Dudikoff.
Coming out in 2017, this movie is in pre-production, Enter the Fist and the Golden Fleecing, which we have to see that.
Huh. God, let's just go through it. Let's just make a podcast on Michael Dudikoff films and start from the very beginning. Go straight through.
He was in Tron, but his character was Conscript number 2, so he didn't even really get a name. But he made American Ninja 1 and then American Ninja 2, and then he bailed on American Ninja 3, but then he came back for American Ninja 4.
They wouldn't pay him what he wanted. He's like, yeah, I fucking made American Ninja 1 and 2. You better pay me my money. And they're like, no.
So he also played a character named Tank Dempsey in the 2013 TV series called Zombie Break Room. So if you can get your hands on that sweet piece of media.
Oh, God, zombies.
Zombie Break Room.
Zombie Break Room?
Tank Dempsey.
Oh. All right, he's credited as Super Boss in Enter the Fist and the Golden Fleecing. Roddy Piper is going to be in... Oh, he was going to be in this.
R.I.P.
He's D'Artagnan in Musketeers Forever.
We need to be watching that. I love the Three Musketeers.
See, now this is the thing. Like we've gone completely off the rails here. We're talking about the filmography of Michael Dudikoff.
This is the only time his filmography has ever been discussed.
This is the most attention he's ever gotten on anything ever.
Find this guy, Matt. Find this guy on Twitter and send him a link to this podcast.
Shit. Yes. Yes, hold on.
I'm just waiting for Carrie Werner to show up in this. Like, where is she? Oh, God.
Michael Dudikoff. Great idea, Steve. I am ashamed that I forgot. Oh, here we go. Official Michael Dudikoff Twitter. I'm going to go ahead and link you guys it so you guys can see. Yeah.
I got to follow, so yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Let me link it here. Talk amongst yourselves. This is bad radio when no one's talking.
You're talking right now.
Okay, but this isn't compelling.
Well, this is just giving everybody else time to do the same thing because they're going to want to, like, of course, join the conversation with this.
Okay. They're going to want to follow him.
For sure.
Right?
Let me log into Twitter.
Dudikoff.
Okay.
Can't wait for Enter the Fist and the Golden Fleecing.
Okay. All right.
Just so you know, he is in downtown LA getting his urban fix on.
His urban fix. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Now I'm going to what should I tweet here, guys? What should I tweet? Watching American Ninja 2, getting my Caribbean fix on. Tweet sent. Okay, and I'll just have like a running commentary with him the rest of the show. So I will
someday someone will respond. I'm on his personal website right now. I'm clicking on the tab called Love.
Love.
He has a picture of his family at the beach. And that's boring. All right, are we ready to watch 10 more minutes of this movie?
Yeah, I am. Fuck yeah, I am. Blackbeard Island, man. Come on. Can't believe we've been wasting our time talking. Let's get watching.
I love everything about the last 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say it. Like, Curtis is the star of this movie.
Yes.
Curtis is amazing.
Curtis is
yes.
boss.
I want a freaking poster of Curtis on my wall. That's what I want.
Yeah, he hulks out, and it's amazing.
He's fighting a guy, and he's holding his arms. He's holding the other guy's arms behind his head. He goes, "If you want to be a big man, you got to learn how to eat." And he just throws him around the room. I don't even know what that means. That's fucking great.
Some of the lines in this movie are so great. Like Clearance Rack Iceman, who's like, "This is really beginning to get on my tits." I'm like, what? Someone wrote that line. I wish I had thought of it. So Steve, what happened in the last 10 minutes?
The last 10 minutes are basically just one giant bar fight, which is awesome. But the lead up to the bar fight is Curtis and Armstrong get called into Clearance Rack Iceman's office, and they're informed that Taylor was killed, which Joe already knew because he was there. And
How'd he die, Steve?
He got chest speared by ninjas.
I like how you said that. Chest speared. Mm-hmm. Chest speared.
Did we actually see the ninjas, or did we
you
just
can't
have,
say
like,
the T.
their
It's hard to say the T. Chest speared.
all one word. He got a spear to the chest, and he died. And then they're going to like his funeral or something, right?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. They're going to some sort of like funeral / party / get together / whatever. They have to dress up like Marines. General or Inspector Singh, who
like
is
Marines.
Yeah.
And who's their buddy's name? Who actually is a Marine, but who's one of the good guys?
Ooh, the nephew? I don't know.
Let's just call him Marine Guy.
Marine Guy is their buddy now.
The real Marine.
They're all hanging out at this party. They see the guy that they think is the Lion, and a guy named Leo Burke, who is a drug dealer who Sue Taylor and whoever else told them about before he got killed. During the party, a woman jumps the fence and starts beating on a guy who's friends with the mayor of this island, and accuses him of being a drug dealer and kidnapping her husband, yada, yada, yada. Just when Inspector Singh is going to take Joe away to question him about Taylor's death, he gets called away to basically kidnap this woman in front of an entire party of people, and no one does anything about it. Apparently this just happens all the time. But rather than hold Joe for questioning, Clearance Rack Iceman tells him, go find this girl, and gives him the keys to his car. So Curtis, Joe, and Marine Guy all drive to a bar, which I think they just redressed the set of the Beggar's Bar.
Was that not the Beggar's Bar?
It is the Beggar's Bar, because the sign was on the outside of it. Yeah.
Okay, I missed the sign. I thought this was supposed to be a different bar, and they were just cheap.
The Blind Beggars. No, same bar, because it had the same hot bartender and everything in it. So
yeah, okay.
Who literally, someone gets thrown over her bar and she shrugs. She's just like, whatever.
Yeah,
I do this every day.
Now, I want to point out real quick, Steve, I'm actually going to bring Steve really, really down right now. So please do not get depressed and sad, Steve. I was sort of reading up on Curtis, played by an actor named Steve James, who I'm instantly more interested. I want to see more of his stuff because we all agree that we love Steve James in this playing Curtis. He was he unfortunately passed away due to cancer in 1993, so not too long after this movie came out. Fuck cancer, by the way. Fucking hate cancer. But Steve, his Wikipedia says, quote, he was scheduled to star as Jax in 1995's Mortal Kombat before his death.
He would have been amazing.
He was going to be in Mortal fucking Kombat. And fucking cancer took him from us.
Son of a... He would have made an amazing Jax.
National treasure taken by cancer. God damn it.
We need a national day of remembrance for this actor who is amazing and who is clearly the star of American Ninja 2, The Confrontation.
Well, I decree August 28th is now National Steve James Day. So there we go.
Mark your calendars,
I'm going to put a reminder in my phone right now.
Me too. Yeah. Me too. Let's do it.
Next year we're gonna podcast and we're gonna do a Steve James movie, another one.
We're gonna do Blood Fist 5, Human Target.
Yes.
All right.
It's a date. It's a date. I'll be there. But yeah, this was another cool fight scene. There's a lot of stunt work in here. Like a guy gets thrown through. It's like on the second floor. He gets thrown through the railing and it breaks, and he lands on a table which smashes. And I love all the people that are sitting there like motionless while all these people are being thrown around. Like there's just girls everywhere just sitting there watching it all go down. Now, Rachel, you are of the female persuasion.
That's what I hear.
If you were in a bar, and this was going down, like you saw all of this stuff, the DVGs were fighting Curtis, whatnot, would you get up and leave and be like, I fear for my safety here, I need to get away, or would you just sit there in awe of the awesomeness going around you, completely, unconcerned about your own personal well-being?
I would be in awe of Curtis.
There, I would feel perfectly safe. Like, Curtis is not going to let anything go down. Like, his eyes are everywhere. He's got my back. He's got my front. We're good.
Touche.
Double fisting.
Now I feel stupid for even asking the question. Okay, yeah. So,
by the way, I put the August 28th Steve James Remembrance Day, and I put no end date. So every August 28th, for the rest of my life, I am going to remember Steve James.
And you're going to watch a Steve James movie.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you had a delay there. I was worried. I was concerned for just a second there, Steve, because there was a delay. I loved it. I love everything about this movie so far. The music, the characters, the terrible lines, the sheer 80s fashion of it all, the horrible kung fu stunt. I love it all so far, guys.
It's like literally everything I hate, and yet together I love it.
So, Steve James, according to his Wikipedia, in real life, he knows Tiger Claw Kung Fu.
Oh my god. If that's an option, why does anyone learn any other kind?
Tiger Claw Kung Fu. I'm Googling that right now. Let's see. It's Fu Jiao Pai. Let me see here. Literally, Tiger Claw School. Okay, originally named Hark Fu Moon, don't care. Let's see. The system was modeled after the demeanor and fighting strategy of an attacking tiger. The striking movements are lightning fast, agile, and powerful. Techniques unique to Fu Jiao Pai are ripping, tearing, clawing, and grasping applications. So he will literally put his fist in your chest and rip your heart out. That's how badass.
Oh my god. Mumsaba.
He returns in American Ninja 3 Blood Hunt.
I gotta watch it. We have to watch it.
He also is in Weekend at Bernie's too. Just saying.
What? What?
These are facts. I can't deny them.
It's not a fact until I see it with my own eyes, Rachel, and I'm not going to watch that movie to verify that, so it's not true to me.
The brother from another planet. This guy's filmography is awesome.
Well, here's a picture of him in Weekend at Bernie's too.
God damn, I'm not going to click that link.
Click it.
On that.
You temptress, I am not clicking that link. I am not ruining my vision of Mr. Steve James.
At least he has the decency to look like he doesn't want to be there.
He does. Did he play one of the characters that gets turned into like a goat at the end of the movie?
I don't remember.
I've never seen Weekend at Bernie's 2, and I feel pretty proud of myself that I could say that. Have you, Steve?
Yeah, I know people get turned into goats at the end of it.
I don't know if I like you as much as I did like 3 seconds ago. I'm sorry, Steve. What? No.
I'm going to get you, sucker. That movie is amazing.
That is true. That's a good movie. Yeah, I mean, we should just, we were going to do the Dudikoff cast, but fuck that. It's the Steve cast, the Steve James
this is why
cast.
It's called the Steve cast. We thought it was you, Steve, but it never really was.
That's fine. I'm happy.
It was always
him be
Steve
in charge of this. This entire cast format is an homage to Steve James.
Yeah, it's pretty great. He was on ER? Weird. Okay, well, yeah. So this last 10 minutes I thought was fucking awesome.
Amazing. Yeah.
Awesome bar fight. We're going to, hopefully get to Vaguely Asian Frankenstein at some point in time. I'm excited about that.
We have to mention we've met our potential love interest, too. Like the sassy lady with the good hair.
Yeah, she looks like Melina from Total Recall.
I can see that.
Only less hot.
We're halfway through the movie, still no boobs.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be boobs here.
Yeah, this is going to be a boob-free extravaganza, I think.
But it doesn't matter because we have Steve James boobs, and that's all we need.
Right? That's a good point.
That is all
when
we
do
need.
pecs become boobs?
Yes.
And I think Steve's on that line, and I say that with love.
Yeah, I mean, God, dude looks great. Fuck answer, man. God. Okay, well, let's watch, what is this, minutes 40 through 50? That's what we're on here?
Something like that.
So let's go ahead and watch the next 10 minutes, and we'll come back with more awesomeness.
With more Steve James.
Yes. I'm Steve James, bitch!
Don't ever do that again, Matt.
Do it always.
I was so engrossed, I didn't even realize 10 minutes had gone past, Steve.
10 minutes have never gone faster than when we're watching this. Like, every time I'm like, really? Already?
No, I swear, I could have. That ninja looked like he had his back to Dudikoff. He was at that little produce rack. It looked like he was just getting some fucking potatoes and had no idea.
Organics, like,
when he first turned around and he had the wooden sticks, the tonfa, I thought they were like sausages, like
or bread or something, like bread. Can you imagine how awesome it would be for just one random ninja who didn't even know this was going on? He was just there to buy some produce or some bread, and somebody just gets thrust in the middle of this craziness.
And of course, he has to go out and buy vegetables in his ninja suit.
Well, you're a ninja. That's what you wear.
Right? Exactly. That's
so
the uniform from Blackbeard Island.
What happens to the ninjas that he just leaves in the street with broken ankles?
Their masters are they could disappear. I'm sure they got those little smoke pellet things that can just throw on the ground and explode, and then they just disappear. I mean, they're ninjas.
I mean, they still have to.
I'm just imagining these clouds of smoke with moaning broken people inside.
You just see them limping through.
You just keep blowing more smoke bombs. No one will see me.
Maybe there's a ninja recovery group that just sort of comes in the aftermath and just picks up any hurt ninjas and throws them in a
There's
car.
There's a place in town called Ninja Cleaners or something. That
Ninja Cleaners. Hey, do you remember Ninja Burger, Steve?
I do remember Ninja Burger.
Yeah. Okay, Rachel. So let's go on this little ninja tangent real quick, Rachel. Another embarrassing story that we can tell about ourselves. So there was this anime festival. It was Anime Nebrascon, right? That's where this was. Anime Nebrascon, and we're up there. We're hanging out. We're like, man, we are really fucking hungry. And so they have these little menus and things that you could just look at. And okay, if you're from out of town, here are the restaurants that are nearby that'll sort of you can easily get there from the hotel, et cetera, et cetera. And we're sort of looking through it.
Runza.
And it's Runza, Burger King, McDonald's. You look at the back, and there's this thing called Ninja Burger. We're like, Ninja Burger? And it's we deliver in 30 minutes or less, or we commit seppuku. And we're like, this is fucking awesome, Ninja Burger, but there's no phone number for it. It just has a website. It has a website address. And so we're like, Ninja Burger. Okay, let's go to the website. So we go to the Ninja Burger website, and I think you can actually do it right now. If you go to Ninja Burger, it's probably still up. Hopefully it's still up. ninjaburger.com. There it is. So it's this website. It's got all this different stuff. You can like click on, I think it's food, whatever. It says ordering from Ninja Burger. I'm going to read it right from the website. We wish all the time to be able to provide you hot, fresh delivery and to propose to you a joy of eating burger life. Let's enjoy the burger with smooth fries of our ancestors. You will be sure. I feel like it's like in broken English here intentionally.
It totally is.
Or it's just been like a lot of scotch. I mean, surely I don't read this bad. You will be sure you will be satisfied. Ninja Burger, bring happy life. Healthy life. Guaranteed, or we commit seppuku. As masters of the ancient art of fast food delivery, we guarantee that all our customers are happy. In fact, there is no such thing as an unhappy customer. We mean that. If you are unhappy, we will be happy to send a Ninja delivery person to speak with you about what is making you unhappy. And then you will be happy. Or else you will not be. Alive, that is. So we're like at the hotel, and Steve, like, what are we doing here? What's happening?
We're trying to place an order. Like, even after all of this, it still hasn't clicked that this might not be a real thing. So I think DJ had like his laptop up.
Yeah.
And so there is like an order page.
It's right next to it. I'm looking at it right now.
So like as soon as you click on it, it's like, credit card has been charged. Thank you for your order. And so DJ is trying to figure out what the hell's going on. It's like we didn't click any food or anything yet, and it's trying to charge DJ's credit card. Finally, someone had to come and tell us that this wasn't a real thing.
Yeah, it was an actual joke that the Anime Nebraskan people created for the convention. So when they stuck it on the menu to see how many people would get like frustrated and confused about the actual Ninja Burger. Now, I believe the Ninja Burger is an awesome idea. Like, someone should actually make this. And how cool would it be to have your like fast food delivered to you by like a ninja? That
or
would be
you just
amazing.
go into the restaurant and all of the workers have to be dressed like ninjas.
That would be great. That would be incredible.
That's worth $15 an hour.
Called Ninja Burger.
There's a game called Ninja
There's
Burger?
a game called Ninja Burger. It's like a card game.
Huh. Well,
I'm wondering. I think it might be this.
It's not
Really?
as cool as an actual restaurant run by ninjas.
Oh, no, for sure. Of course, we want that. I mean, like, I would imagine that the turnover would be a lot because of all the seppuku, but it would still be awesome if it existed.
yeah. So that's our embarrassing thing. We probably spent a half an hour trying to place an order at a Ninja Burger. And I remember like there was something like at one point they had like a map up of the different locations of where like Ninja Burger was, but it had something that said Ninja Burger is never in the same location. It's very difficult because they don't like they're moving around all the time, different places, and we still didn't get it. We're like, why can we not? And we actually walked up to it, a hotel employee, and like, where's Ninja Burger? And they just like were looking at us blankly, like, what? Like, oh, that's not real, guys. You're the idiots that were trying to order from Ninja Burger. So yeah.
So American Ninja 2, the last 10 minutes were just one giant ninja fight scene, and it was awesome.
Yeah, in a market. They're just chasing them through a market, and just, one guy had a blow dart gun. That's one cool thing here. Like, all the ninjas have different, like, weapons. Like, we've seen the net ninjas. We've seen the blow dart ninja. I was most excited by the Ninja Star ninja. So, Rachel, explain what happened in that sequence.
Well, they've gone to this girl's apartment. They've tracked her down with the help of Short Round.
Red Round.
Sorry, Red Round. And
$3.
Turns out that on Stretch Armstrong's tail is another pack of ninja. Some of them grocery shopping, some of them hunting him.
A gaggle of ninja.
A gaggle of... Yeah, what is the, like, multiple noun?
It's got to be a murder of ninja, right?
A murder of ninjas. A murder of ninjas is on their tail. And he becomes aware of them as they're like jumping in around him, including one of them who throws a star at the door, only to really regret it when it gets returned in his face.
Yeah,
and it's awesome.
I took a lot of drinks during this scene.
There's a ninja up on like a water tower or something, and it's got a blow dart, and he shoots it at the girl. Rather than pushing her out of the way, Joe Armstrong just holds up his hand and lets the blow dart go into his hand, and he just yanks it out and then takes the ninja star from before and just throws it right into the ninja's forehead.
Now, that was
sets
awesome.
a ninja's ass on fire.
Yeah, like all of this stuff is totally awesome what's going on here. The one big negative about it is that they're trying to make, what's his name, Brundlesack or whoever this actor is, they're trying to make this guy like the badass lead when it should be Steve James.
There's a distinct lack of Steve James during the
the lead American Ninja 2, the
Matt,
Confrontation.
you tweet him and tell him he is not as cool as Steve James.
I am fucking doing that right now. Okay, let's see. Where's the @ sign? I can't even see on my... Okay, I've had so much scotch. Okay, @ MJ Dudikoff. Yeah, there you are. Okay, you, sir, are no Steve James. Hashtag American Ninja 2. Tweet sent.
Oh my god!
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I said it. I mean, I'm not afraid. You know, the ghost of Steve James will protect me.
Well, I mean, it's Steve James Day. This guy's got a lot of nerve, you know.
Right,
trying
yeah.
to be top dog on Steve James Day.
Yeah, and I will say that I love these old 80s action movies where they actually have stuntmen who will light themselves on fire. Because we don't see that anymore. Yeah, it's like, I remember, Steve, did I see Expendables with you? Yeah, I went to see Expendables with you in the theater, and, like, there's guys that catch on fire in that, but it's all CG flame. And it's like, that is so awful, especially if you're trying to, quote-unquote, harken back to the 80s. I love these movies where it's like, literally, it's a guy on fire. I mean, he could die.
Could die.
What kind of resume do you? What kind of resume do you have to turn in to be a stunt man? It's like willing to be set on fire.
Pretty much. I mean, that's or throw your head through glass and tables, all that stuff. You should be a stuntman, Steve.
I'm good.
Okay. I mean, your head. DJ did put your head through your wall once.
He did.
Yeah, and you have a background in wrestling. You could use that.
Yeah.
Still iffy on the fire.
He's on the fence. He's like, I'm on the fence about the fire, guys. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, this was awesome. If only they ditched this white dude and bring in Steve James.
Sorry, Michael Dudikoff.
Maybe Steve James is busy. I mean, because the other thing we saw was him getting a little action from the lady.
That's right.
So
girl
much game.
Yeah, the girl came over. Steve James. His uniform is all ripped. His awesome man boob pecs are like thrust out there, and the girls. I mean, it drives the girls wild. And she just walks by. She hands him her card. She has a card.
Right,
she's like,
man too.
Yeah, she's like, call me, and he's like, woo. So for all I know, he's off having some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let Michael have this, Stretch have this moment because
Steve James is busy doing a recon on an island, right? Oh. That's what he said.
Blackbeard's
recon on an island. That's what we're calling it.
Blackbeard's Island, and we're finally starting to see a little bit more of our Mufasa bad guy. I guess we should call him Scar now because he's got a scar on his face.
He's the lion, and now we know that they're taught. They're like the tiger fighters, right? So it's going to be the lion versus the tiger. It's all very Game of Thronesy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure during one of the last
segments... Don't ruin this for me, Rachel.
I think during one of the last segments, like before Taylor died, he mentioned something about biological stuff.
Yeah,
so I think that Rachel is right that all of these ninjas are secretly Marines. In which case, our hero just killed a bunch of them.
Well, I think he's just basically... Well, I mean, I guess the guy who got caught on fire. But
the guy that got a ninja star to his skull?
Yeah, and the guy that he, scratched his face like a tiger, right? He was like, wah! And, they cut to it, and it's just claw marks all over his face. Yeah, he's just killing Marines.
The most bloody of all the fights, which is partly why it's one of my favorites. My favorite's still the bar fight because of all the hulking out. But as far as the blood factor, this one's on top.
Yeah, the bar fight was like the showcase for Steve James, and this one was the showcase for Dudikoff. So there's sort of dual leads here. But I feel nothing for Dudikoff. He's got no charisma. It's just kind of like, God, I'm just envisioning Steve James. That's making it all better. I'm going to have another drink of scotch, and we're going to watch the next 10 minutes of this movie. And then I might have to give him some more scotch before it's over. Am I slurring my words yet? I feel
Not yet.
Okay, we'll see.
Really?
Now.
You're drunk, too. I can hear this.
Am I slurring?
You did right there.
Oh, fuck.
Am I slurring my words yet, guys? Okay. Steve James. I need more Steve James. Okay, guys, let's watch the next 10 minutes. We'll be back shortly.
Right.
More Steve James.
The Super Ninja.
Tiger style. I've had a lot of scotch. Okay. We now know what's on Blackbeard Island. Steve, what is on Blackbeard Island?
Donald Trump is creating super ninjas.
Oh, gosh, spit out my scotch. Oh, I'm burning. It's burning. It's burning so bad. Oh, God. Vote no on Ninja Amnesty.
So this 10 minutes opens with a ninja car chase, which is awesome. Joe Armstrong and the Red Round and the girl, who we haven't come up with a clever name for her yet. But they're driving in a truck, and the multiple ninjas just keep running and like landing on the hood or the roof of their car. One ninja bursts through the back windshield, and Red Round bites him, and he falls off the back of the truck, but he's being dragged on the ground for a rope. And this dragging scene goes on for a long damn time. This ninja is hanging in there. But another ninja runs and gets on the hood of the car and is trying to break through. They're going to They're going to, like, I think, a port so they can go to Blackbeard Island. And so the three of them are in the car, or in the truck, and they're driving, and for whatever reason, a ninja on the hood apparently means you need to abandon the truck. Like, there's no way to get this ninja off. And so they all jump out of the truck, and the truck runs through, like, some barrels of water, does, like, a 360 somersault flip in the air, and crashes into a gas station or something, and just fucking explodes.
It's so awesome. I mean, I can't even describe how awesome this movie is. It defies description. It's so good.
Again, no Steve James, though. If Steve James was doing all of this stuff, this would be the best movie ever.
I feel like if it was just Steve James as the lead, this would be like a myth, like one of the greatest action movies I have ever seen in my life. It is so good. I love when that ninja just punches through, and I think this is sort of like the varsity ninja team. I think we're starting to get better and better.
They seem a little bit more able now.
Yeah, and I think when we actually we see this long sequence on Blackbeard Island where Donald Trump has raised his genetically engineered ninja army to take over the world or whatever the fuck he's doing. I think those are going to be like the NBA. Those are basically be like the pro ninjas, and we're going to see because there's some of the God, I can't even talk. They're wearing like some like red ninja garb, and you know shit's getting real when there's red ninjas.
Ninjas have divided into classes now. So you get a little bit of background here. Well, before this, Steve James wants to go to the island to rescue Joe and this girl, but they're getting held up by a bunch of political red tape, and so he's trying to convince Discount Rack Iceman to help. But so they may or may not go to the island. We don't know yet. But the girl starts telling Joe that her dad was working on cancer research, and his funding got pulled, and then he was given a bunch of money by Donald Trump to finish the cure, but somehow that cancer research was turned into super ninjas because reasons.
Because science.
Yeah, for great science, guys.
There's this great scene where it looks like it's this guy that we're calling Donald Trump, who I think is like the governor of this little island. And he's surrounded by a bunch of people that look like political dignitaries and whatnot. And it's like he's having a press conference, and he's like, "Gentlemen, you asked me to find the perfect way to transport drugs all over the place and have the most flawless drug trade ever, and now I give you this, the super ninja."
Ninja drug runners. That's what Donald Trump's going to do. That's a waste of a good ninja,
And
if I may say so.
We're pretty sure that Rachel is right, and at least some of these ninjas were Marines at one point.
Oh,
in
yeah.
time.
I think because why else would they be beaten up and then carried off? You know what I mean? Like, it was definitely, like, recruiting tactics by the Dirty Vest gang.
Yeah, wouldn't it be
who
so
weren't
awesome?
good enough to be ninjas.
Right?
Yeah, wouldn't it be so awesome, though, if, like, the filmmakers... I know this will never happen, but if the filmmakers were aware enough of the zeitgeist at the time, where, like, we find out one of the badass ninjas at the very end, like, he's unmasked, and he's, like, fucking Dolph Lundgren or something like that. That would have been... I mean, stuff like that. Oh, God. See, I'm thinking of, like, all these ways that I now want to make a ninja movie. So I'm going to start writing that, I think.
Yes.
Write it while drunk.
I would love a throwback ninja movie by you. Make it happen.
I might have to. I might actually have to, like, do a short or something just to get the ninja out of my system.
No, what we need is like an Expendables version of just all the guys like Joe Armstrong and Steve James, if he was still around, who play like the
You're gonna make me cry, Steve.
Movies.
If he was still around, I'm tearing up right now.
He should still be around.
He should be, but fuck cancer, man.
Yeah.
And who didn't you just say someone was taking cancer research away? Fuck whoever that was in this movie.
Donald Trump.
That was
Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
Who is against birthright citizenship for illegal ninja babies.
Ninja wall, man, but they can crawl over that. So we've already established that in the movie.
Ninja ladder to get
Ninja
over.
ladder goes over the ninja wall.
Ladder.
You can never trust a ninja ladder, man. I mean, this is glorious. I don't even know what else to say. It's so good.
I thought for a minute we were going to get our boobs, but when he when the lead ninja character sent away Red Round so that him and the lady were like alone on the beach,
yeah.
and he kind of gave her the eye, like, all right,
There's
and
this
then
scene
nothing.
where
It's just
She's
cancer
like,
talk.
if you were Steve James,
right,
of course I'd drop my top for this, but you're not.
Speaking
so
of that,
I'm
there's
not going
a
to.
scene where Joe sends Red Round away, and he's like, "Go tell Steve James that we're going to Blackbeard Island." And Red Round says $5, and Joe says, "I'll pay you later," and just like just smacks the kid's hat. And this kid has a look on his face like, "No, fuck you! I'm not telling anyone. You can die on the goddamn
You understand
island.
what
I
a
want my
transaction
$5."
is, Mr. Dudikoff? A transaction is, if you want me to do something, you fucking pay me. That's what a transaction is. You're American. You should know that. Ugh, I hate Dudikoff. I should just tweet. I should do an angry tweet. I'm liking you less and less, Dudikoff. In fact, I'm doing that right now.
How dare you give an
MJ
IOU to Red
Dudikoff. How dare you not pay Red Round?
Toto. He's not going to know what Red Round is.
That's true. Good call, Steve. How dare you not pay Toto that $5? Do you not know? I hope I'm spelling all this stuff right. Do you not
what
know?
Twitter was made for.
Yeah, exactly. Do you not know how a transaction works?
I hope you die on Blackbeard Island.
Okay, I hope you die on Blackbeard Island. Hashtag American
Now you'll never get
Ninja
a star in a
2.
movie.
Okay. Oh, I have too many characters. Oh, I hate it.
Damn you.
How do you do this stupid thing? Okay, I'll turn U into just the letter U. God, I hate writing. I hate writing like this. I'm gonna say it Blackbird Island. I'm still short. Fuck. I don't know, guys. I'm just gonna put Nin. American Nin. That's the hashtag. Tweet. There it goes. It's sent. I'm hoping he responds. I really am. Like Dudikoff, it's what? It's 10 o'clock in California. That's where he's at. It's not late, so he's got to be up.
I mean, he's in LA getting his urban on, so.
By the way, one of his Twitter posts.
What does that even mean? I'm getting my
was
urban
he's
on.
doing a commentary for the American Ninja Blu-ray.
Yeah, this looks really dumb. American Nin. This is probably a bad decision, guys. You should.
We'll just remove the hashtag.
I don't think. Can you edit a post? I don't think you can edit a post on Twitter.
Yeah, I think you can delete it.
Well, then I have to rewrite it again.
Yeah, just go with it.
Okay.
Hey guys,
Be in the moment.
how about we watch the next 10 minutes of this movie?
Let's do it.
Do it. How was that 10 minutes? That was so fast.
That's what she said.
Because you guys can't keep up with pausing duties.
Poof. I have no idea. I'm totally relying on Steve for the pausing.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to say, Steve.
Steve, this is the part of the podcast where you just take over.
What happened, Steve? What happened?
Joe and the Earl make it to Blackbeard Island, where they proceed to cut gigantic holes in the fence that they just hope that none of the ninjas notice. But of course, 2 ninjas do notice, and Joe kills them. By the way, at this point, again, he knows that all of these ninjas were innocent people that were kidnapped and turned into super ninjas, and he just kills them like they're nothing. He has no issues with it. So he's in. His entire job was to find out what happened to them, and so now he's just executing them. I think at some point they just kind of forgot what he was supposed to do.
Can you come back from this though? Like, maybe he's just putting them out of their misery? Like, can you bring the Marines back after they've been ninja-fied?
Well, I don't know, because he hasn't tried that once. He just immediately goes to neck snapping and ninja star to the forehead.
That's true.
So
he's to be fair to him, they
people.
are trying to kill him, so there's really like nothing. I mean, it's self-defense kind of, right?
I mean, whatever. I'm just going to say that he's a bad hero.
What do you think, Rachel? What do you think?
I mean, I think we all agree he's a bad hero, but I think these dudes are so freaking disposable. Like, I mean, even the bad guys are killing them. Like, they're,
We haven't got there yet, Rachel.
Oh,
hold your horses.
Continuity. My bad.
So as they're breaking into the base, the guy who I assume is the lion, he's the ninja on a rock that was pointing that has the weird eye. Donald Trump, after introducing the super ninjas, he immediately allows the lion to go down there into the pit, and this guy just kills like 6 or 7 ninjas. So, I mean, I hope they have spares.
Way more than that. Yeah, he killed a lot.
I mean, it's a good thing that they can be mass-produced, because this guy wiped out a chunk of them. And even though they're supposed to be super ninjas, they went down easy. That's another thing. When we get to the lab, the scientist who is the main girl's father, he goes into like, or maybe it's Donald Trump. One of them are like, their bones will be like steel. They'll be stronger than a 10-ton crane. And they get killed like they're nothing.
Yeah, I didn't understand that, because I thought that when they were showing like the big group showing with like the red ninjas and stuff like that, that they were doing all these like crazy ninja moves, and the group of like bureaucrats or whatever that were watching them, I thought that those were the super ninjas. And then they have, Scar just walks in and just wastes them all. But the Donald Trump character is still acting like, see? Aren't these
they're
great?
Miracles.
I think the idea was supposed to show that they do whatever he says to do, even if it will get them killed. I think.
Okay, that might be an explanation.
I mean, I'm not saying that the writing was a little funky there, but I think that's what happened. Speaking of writing, when they get to the lab, this guy starts going into the stuff. This genetic material is soaked in a batch of amino acids. I'm pretty sure
Dino DNA.
I'm pretty sure the script just had this character's name, and then for dialogue, it just had the word science in brackets, and they let him say whatever he wanted to say.
Well, they put him in the master laboratory, so I mean that doesn't give him street cred. I don't know what. He can say whatever he wants. He's in the master laboratory.
Where did Joe and the main girl dress up like ninjas to infiltrate the base? Where did they find a ninja outfit in her size? Because these are all Marines that were converted into ninjas.
She is super small, and that's blatantly obvious in that ninja outfit. She's like a good 1.5 feet smaller than anybody, and it brought to mind the classic line with Princess Leia in Star Wars when Luke Skywalker walks in. She's like, "Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?" Well, this chick is way short for a ninja, that's for sure. And yet no one seems to realize.
They're very
She's
good
the
ninjas.
master of disguise.
That's true. Like you said, Steve, they're just hanging out. These two ninjas are just hanging out in this, like, it's almost like they're just wandering these people around. It's almost like you're at a museum or something and you're taking a tour and they're showing these people. There's just two ninjas right in the middle of this whole group and nobody says anything. They're so good at hiding and camouflage that no one even notices that they're there.
So shit. What else happened? Steve James, hero of the movie, finally rallies the troops. He's not He's not going to wait for he's not going to wait for the ambassador to give them the okay to go to the island, to Blackbeard Island. So they're just going to.
I was so happy when Steve James popped on screen. I was like, finally! It's been almost like 20 minutes.
Yeah, he was gone for a long time, which is a shame. He should never be gone that long.
Never.
He should be in every shot of this film. I'm just going to get like a picture of him and put it in the bottom corner of my screen.
What we could do is we could somehow like get DJ to CG Steve James onto Dudikoff, and then we could watch the movie as if, it's Steve James the entire time.
American Ninja 2, the way it was supposed to be. We started off on this big Michael Dudikoff high, like, yeah, this guy's kicking ass, awesome 80s movie action, and now we're like, no, fuck him. Steve James is the man.
Yeah.
Everything, it's all relative, Steve. Like, once you see something...
We had bought into the marketing, you look at the poster and it's Dudikoff. You think American Ninja, you think his stupid blonde, like, crew cut, but no.
Yeah,
no.
It's like when you're like a basketball fan, like, wow, Muggsy Bogues, he's awesome, and then Michael Jordan walks on the court, you're like, whoa. All right. I'm buying Gatorade, I'm eating hot dogs, and I'm wearing Hanes. That's what's happening in my life.
I was the star of Space Jam. You were just a co-star.
Well, no, Muggsy Bogues is in Space Jam.
That's why I said co-star.
You're right. I'm drunk, Steve. Give me a little bit of leeway here, please. You're supposed to be my friend.
By the way, anytime Space Jam comes on TV, I will stop what I'm doing and watch
Space Jam is fucking awesome, and I hope that Warner Brothers actually does the LeBron James version, because LeBron James is trying to get a Space Jam 2. I would totally watch Space Jam 2. I love Space Jam.
I would watch that movie naked.
I have watched it naked, so, I mean, I got one up on you, I guess. Don't worry about it, Rachel. I mean, I guess you could just drink in that mental image if you want. I won't mind.
Double fist.
Double fist.
It's been drunk.
So I guess we're down to what? I think there's like 15.
There's 20 minutes left.
Okay, I'm sure
we can do one giant segment or two small ones. Your call, Matt.
How long do you think the end credits are?
4 or 5 minutes. So there's probably 15 minutes of movie left.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll leave that up to you, Rachel. Do you want to watch the last bit in one big chunk, or do you want to split it up into two?
I mean, Steve James is about to reappear. Do we really want to interrupt his flow?
That's
right. A good point.
Let's just go straight through.
Straight through.
All right, guys. Last
right.
15 to 20 minutes of American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, starring Steve James. Let's finish this.
I can't wait!
Woo!
That was, like, unbelievable.
Come on, Rachel. Connect. Connect.
God, Rachel, come on. Oh, there you are.
So, Rachel.
Rude.
Great movie, or greatest movie?
Ooh, greatest movie.
It's incredible.
I'm going to say great movie because there was a long period of time where Steve James was not on screen. If Steve James had been on screen the whole time, it would have been greatest movie.
Yeah, if it had been a solo Steve James movie, it would have been incredible.
It was kind of worth it to see him come in and lead the cavalry with his badass gun and leather vest.
Oh, yeah.
That man should wear a leather vest.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So, Steve, let's sort of recap what happened here, because I certainly cannot.
So, the finale, Steve James storms the island to rescue Joe. Joe has managed to rescue the doctor, and he sends the doctor away with his daughter. Joe goes, and the Marines that got beat up by the Dirty Vest gang in the beginning of the movie have been in just the basement of this island the entire time. So Joe goes and rescues them.
He has to summon his ninja magic.
He did. He had. I'm assuming these were flashbacks to the first movie, which we didn't watch. But for continuity's sake, now we're all lost. We have to assume that his master, who is not Mr. Miyagi, which was disappointing, taught him ninja magic. So ninja magic is you flash ninja gang signs. You sit Indian style, then you flash ninja gang signs, and then like this puff of smoke goes off in front of the camera, and now you have ninja magic. Did he actually use magic at any point after that?
I don't think so. When I think ninja magic, I think Big Trouble in Little China. That's what I think when I think ninja magic.
As you should. Well, that didn't happen. His ninja magic was that small poof of smoke that happened, and then he breaks into the arena and fights the lion. While he's fighting the lion, the doctor takes Donald Trump into their lab with frozen Marines, and he just executes them all.
It's very Universal Soldier. That's the vibe I was getting from it. But this came like many years before Universal Soldier.
So Universal Soldier ripped off American Ninja 2, the Confrontation.
That's what I'm hearing.
I think so.
What was the Confrontation? Like, is that the fight with the lion at the end of the movie? Like, I want to know what specific scene the Confrontation refers to.
I feel like this movie has lived up to its,
There's so many confrontations, yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole
it's pretty much wall-to-wall confrontation.
But which one is it based on? Which one does that subtitle refer to?
I would think, unfortunately, it means Scar versus Dudikoff at the end. I think that's the confrontation you're talking about. But I want to believe
the boot and that guy's neck. That's the
there's this great scene where Steve James is he's got this riot shotgun and he's fighting ninjas. He loses his gun. He pulls out these giant knives.
They fucking look like Kratos' Blades of Chaos.
They do.
God of War.
So,
that's what I thought.
He fights with the Blades of Chaos, but then loses those, and then he just fights hand to hand. So he beats the shit out of this ninja, and he stomps on the ninja's neck, and he walks away, and the ninja goes to sit up, and he turns around and goes, "Stay down," and the ninja just passes out.
And the ninja stays down. I mean, it's so good. It's so good. Like, I need to see if this is on Blu-ray, like, right now. Talk amongst yourselves. I mean, this is an instant purchase. That's what this is.
So, Michael Dudikoff duels Scar. Scar, being the bad guy, of course, cheats, but Michael Dudikoff, Joe Armstrong, wins in the end. So, the adventure is over. They're all Steve James and Joe Armstrong are about to get on a plane and go home. They make jokes about, Army's better, join the Marines, blah, blah, blah. It's all stupid stuff. And then at the end, of course, Joe Armstrong couldn't be nice to this little immigrant child, and so he totally dicked the kid out of $5. It's like, I wanted a $5, and this kid wants $5. He probably needs that $5.
He earned that $5.
He's probably planning on spending that $5 on food. But Joe Armstrong's like, no, here you go, and he gives him like a Swiss Army knife. At no point in the movie did this kid ever ask for a Swiss Army knife.
It's so random, right?
Like, at no point did he need a Swiss Army knife.
Okay?
That's true.
It's like you see the kid is trying to be happy. Like, he doesn't want to insult this master ninja that just wiped out an entire island of ninjas. But in his head, he's like, "Thanks, Joe. I'll just shove this right up my ass." And then
all
Joe,
I wanted was a fucking shower, Joe.
It's like $5, dude. Come on. And so they run away. Steve James, by the way, has so much game. He's got this girl, and he's like, "Oh, all right." And she's like, "No, you won't." He says, "Oh, I'll call." "No, you won't." She's totally cool. She got a day with Steve James. She was happy.
Yeah, she doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter to her that he won't call back because she had that.
Greedy.
She had that moment.
You had your day in the sun.
Yeah. Oh God! I mean,
that was the end of the movie. They all live happily ever after, except for Toto, who does not get $5. By the way, I looked up Toto. His name is Elmo Phyllis. He has only been in one other movie besides this, and it was called Young Survivors from 1990. And he's done
gonna
nothing since then.
If Steve James is not in that, I will not watch it.
He is. He's not in it.
Okay, then I will not watch it. Sorry, Toto. A couple things I do want to point out. This was a Canon Films production, and I don't know if you guys have seen many Canon films, but they were sort of notorious in the 80s and early 90s for making this sort of stuff. There is an amazing documentary called Electric Boogaloo, The Wild Untold Story of Canon Films. Watch it if you want to know. Like, there was just like these two, I think they're like Indian guys, these two Indian guys that ran this production company, and they just made movies like this. Wild, wacky, crazy action movies, but it was all like super low budget. So definitely check out that documentary if you want to see like more films sort of like this that you might want to check out at other times in your life.
That's actually interesting because I was curious about this director to see if he did anything else, and one of his credits is Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, well, there you go. So, yeah, and I think the guy that did the documentary for this Canon Films thing, did you guys ever watch Not Quite Hollywood, The Untold Story of Ozploitation? It's all about the Australian horror films from the 70s and 80s. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that same guy did this documentary for Canon Film. So, and there's also one called Machete Maidens Unleashed that he did that was really good. So, Mark Hartley is his name. Definitely check out the documentaries of Mark Hartley because he is a fantastic filmmaker, and he's really sort of like doing documentaries on all his like random, obscure, like niche stuff. That's really super cool, and they're super high quality. Very, very pleasant on the eyes to look at. He does a lot of stuff with effects and stuff. So. Yeah, check that out.
Awesome.
Well, let's talk about what we liked about this movie. Maybe it's easier to start with it's easier to start with what we disliked about it. I think the only thing I disliked about it was that I wanted more Steve James.
Yeah, there was 20 minutes where he's just sitting in an office, and that wasn't enough.
Yeah, more Steve James. Other than that, I think I pretty much loved everything. This might be my favorite movie we've done on the Stevecast. I mean, even superior to the Puppet Master movies, I must say.
I want the music from this movie to play just
the music is so
life.
Good. It's so good. I linked to Rachel a YouTube page that had some of the music from American Ninja 2 on it, so you can get a taste of some of the stuff on there. I love the lines. I love the action. This is one of those movies that's constant action. There's very little downtime.
There literally was not one 10-minute segment where we didn't come back and be like, that fight scene!
Yeah, exactly. And I know some of the movies like
some
Ninja
of those
Apocalypse
10 minutes, the entire 10 minutes was a fight scene.
Right.
Yeah. And I remember like Ninja Apocalypse, there being some segments where you're like, oh man, like where you're not super hot on it, and it's kind of like, well, I mean, what do we talk about here? And this is like you're watching awesome fight scenes from the
10
80s.
minutes aren't over already? What? The next segment?
Like, trucks driving and ninjas jumping on and punching through the windows and then blowing up in a gas station explosion. And, I mean, this stuff is freaking great.
Yeah.
It's so good. And the fashion, I mean, it's one of these movies that you're going to watch and you're immediately going to love. So if any of the listeners are out there listening to this right now, my recommendation is go watch American Ninja 2.
Call into work tomorrow. Tell your wife that you can't make the dinner that you've had planned 3 months in advance. You're watching American Ninja 2, and it will be worth it.
Watch it with your wife.
You have a date with Steve James. Like, go there.
And I don't think I'd ever seen anything with Steve James in it that I recognize. Like this.
Yeah, I looked at his IMDb. I've seen some of that stuff, but I had no idea it was this guy. I had no idea that I love Steve James this much.
Yeah, and it's rare that you come across a movie that now it's like I'm actively going to search out the filmography of this person that I
American Ninja 3, Matt.
Now, now you mentioned that, Steve. I was bringing up Amazon because I was looking to see if this was available. This is available on DVD as part of like a 2-pack with American Ninja 3. So they're both together on a DVD. It does not look like a Blu-ray.
But Dudikoff is not in American Ninja 3.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
the trade-off is Steve James isn't in American Ninja 4 and Dudikoff is.
God. Well, I think that wasn't Steve James's fault. because he.
Thanks, Matt.
I think that was fucking cancer's fault. Fuck cancer. Rachel, what do you think? I mean, what do you think of this movie?
I mean, this is definitely the most fun of all the movies we've watched. I mean, Puppet Master will always have a special place in my heart because it was my first Stevecast. But
you never forget your first.
You never forget your first. But like literally, when the 10 minutes were up, I was kind of like, oh, because I was having so much fun. And we don't normally enjoy the movies we're watching, aside from just sort of the fun that we're having, kind of like talking shit about it. This time it was kind of like the full package. My only complaints were like you, not enough Steve James, want all the Steve James. The leather vest when he showed back up helped. The other thing is I would have liked a little more of the dirty vest gang. I was kind of sad when he like graduated from those fights and leveled up.
Killed them all.
Did he kill them all?
Oh, he beat them up. He beat them. He beat them out of the movie.
I know. If you
get the fuck out of it. Stay down.
The ninjas were like so weak sauce. Even the lion had way less personality than like the mullet guy or like the Australian like
broken elbow guy that it got fixed for the next fight scene.
Yes.
That's a good point, Rachel. I think if there was another criticism I would have of this would be that the ninjas themselves did not feel very badass. There's a few scenes, like the scene on the truck they were pretty badass, but there was never a point in the movie where like the heroes ever sort of like got defeated and then had to sort of overcome that. It was just sort of like
close.
Yeah, it's like they just kicked every ninja's ass this way. I don't even know. I can't even talk anymore. They just kicked every ninja's ass, and it's just like I never felt like they were ever in any danger whatsoever.
Well, they weren't because Steve James was with the good
exactly.
guys.
So, like, when you have Steve James in your movie, I guess that's the trade-off. I mean, there's not going to be any tension. There's going to be no stakes because you know who's coming out on top. But yeah, so yeah, and I didn't quite understand the end with the super ninja genetic thing, and then they just got like wasted by Scar.
I'm telling you, the script just had the word science in brackets, and they had to
yeah. Didn't quite understand that. Just a couple things. I'm looking at the trivia on IMDb for this, and this says that prior to the film's release in 1987, several cuts had to be made in order to receive its R rating due to excessive close-ups in various fight scenes, which means somewhere
there's a director's cut of
somewhere
Ninja 2.
There is a director's cut with more footage from this movie somewhere out there.
I have this mental picture of the warehouse at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and somewhere on a dusty shelf is a canister with that.
We need it. I will pay for it. If someone can find that footage or obtain it somehow, I will pay for that footage. Please, yeah. I want to see it. And also, interestingly enough, it says that the body count in here is 87, which means that someone like us saw the glory that was American Ninja 2: The Confrontation and decided to go frame by frame and count up all the deaths in it. And it says here 87, so that's a high body count. I think that's higher than Commando, which has an impressive body count in it.
Indeed.
So, yeah, I mean, I loved it, every frame of it. So
I wish I could have been drunk during it.
You should have been.
Next time,
one of you two have to be the sober person.
Okay. So, next time, I guess I get to pick again. So, it'll be my third and final. Now, this is going to be sort of interesting because I can literally go any direction with this because it won't matter.
You could pick total crap.
I mean, I could pick The English Patient or something like that and make you guys sit through that if I wanted to.
You're the devil.
You also have to sit through it then.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, because I don't know what to do now. I almost want to abdicate my selection because there is nothing I could pick that's going to surpass this. Like, whatever we watch next month is going to be a total letdown compared to this.
Yeah, this one's a tough one to beat. I mean, I think you gotta just take your slump, you know what I mean, and be like,
yeah.
I guess you can pass the power, Matt.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to, like, who gets the power at this point? Do I choose, or does it go back around in the circle? Like, goes back to Steve?
It would go back to me, because Rachel's already had her turn.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to announce I am transferring my ninja power to Steve. He now has the Tiger Style I want to go out on a high note here and not like ruin this glorious moment for me.
Yeah.
So I'll wait till it gets back.
Get a good run.
Yeah, I will wait until Rachel fucks up royally, and then I'm going to come back with a vengeance and be like how awesome I am. So it's great that Rachel always goes before me because then I can never fail. So, Steve, I am passing it over to you. You now have the power for September.
All right. By the way, my Netflix selections were Ong Bak 2, Rocky 2, and Rocky 4.
Oh, so mine are different. I have Ong Bak 2, but I also have Kickboxer, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I have Beverly Hills Cop 2, starring Eddie Murphy.
Whoa.
Didn't someone mention that in the chat?
Maybe, I don't know.
All the guys at that party they went to look like they could have been the bad guys in a Beverly Hills Cop movie.
That's true. I feel like the Netflix algorithm is like, hey, you watched a Part 2 movie, so here's some Part 2 movies.
I got Rocky 2, Ong Bak 2, and Bloodsport.
Wow. Bloodsport's a good movie, though. I mean, it's good. So's Kickboxer. Yeah, I like Kickboxer as well. So, cool. Well, guys, I had so much fun tonight. You know, it is like 1 o'clock in the morning here in Nebraska, but I almost want to just watch this movie again. I might just fire it up and just go through the glory that is Steve James again. So we'll see. But any final thoughts, guys?
This movie's amazing.
Find the soundtrack. Somebody get the soundtrack to this and email it to me, please. It's so good. That's it. Rachel, why don't you take us out?
All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening to episode 6 of the Stevecast, where we were introduced to an American treasure, lost American treasure, Steve James and his glorious leather vest. We'll see you again in a month.
So vote no on Ninja Amnesty.